Hello everybody, welcome back to another Rebuild The Sims 4 video here. Obviously in The Sims 4, but we are in Willow Creek, so I have actually finished up Delsel Valley. The build hasn't come out yet, but I have finished up the last big build that I needed to do over there. So we are just gonna continue tackling Willow Creek. I'm having so much fun doing these Rebuild series videos. And I will say that I'm really loving the way that each of these rebuilds turn out. So we are tackling the BFF house. Now I have moved the house location to the other side of the street because I needed the other side or the original location of the BFF house to be something else. That build is already up, but I have built that over multiple times, this house, because I always kept coming back to it and then leaving it and then coming back again. So it's actually built over 3 attempts, just to, you know, really get into what I wanted it to be like and try to establish what the other builds in this new world of mine should look like. So I also needed to come back to the build because I cannot for the life of me remember what each of the households members, what they like, how they live, their rooms, etc. So I also had to research that a little bit, and as you can see, I was very indecisive of what I wanted to do with the build itself. So the whole thing with my rebuild of this world or this series is I want to tell new stories, not only with the world itself but also with the characters and the places. So a lot of stuff is not going to be located in the same place, or is going to be completely remade or repurposed into something else. So a lot of the locations, especially in Willow Creek here, as I'm very far into the rebuild series with this world, is just, it's not the same. Things are not located the same places. Things have been moved around or have completely been repurposed into something different. So as I'm sitting here recording this, I just completed another big build here in Willow Creek as well. Which is a build that's not originally in this world. So I'm really excited for you to come on this journey with me. But going back to the BFF house here, there is some stuff that I knew that I wanted to have present, just to kind of pay a little bit of a homage to the original build. So the OG build is a single story home, but it has a garden, it has a pool, everything like that. The original lot size is also bigger than what we're building on right now. So I needed the build to go up. So we have a 2-story build, with the ground floor here being the main living area, and the first floor being each of the BFF's separate rooms. I did look at what the rooms looked like before going in and building their rooms, but I also wanted to put my own flair on it, so it wasn't just a copy paste of what they had and what they're now receiving in this new build. So we did reiterate a little bit on the style for each of the rooms, but I think it turned out really cool in the end. So again, the floor below here, like, oh, I was having a hard time with this one. It was very difficult to figure out the layout of what I wanted each of the sections to be, because we have 3 very different personality sim living here. And just, you know, there's a guy, he plays video games and musical instruments, especially the violin, as far as I could remember. We have one who's more of the, you know, typical, she's not a teenager, but typical teenage girl-ish type of thing. And then we have the more laid back type of girl as well. So I wanted to try and do the neutral ground here, the ground floor, where all of them would like be at one point or another with each other. I wanted that to be reminiscent of each of the characters living here, which was a difficult task. So I decided to make the kitchen a neutral space. So it's very neutral. It's this white, semi-modern kitchen, and it's very neutral with the color schemes as well. I did go in and change the flooring, but just the whole layout of this, ground floor was a challenge to do. Because how do you take three personalities that are so different and marry them into something that each of the sim can see themselves living there? That's the challenge that I was facing, but I think it turned out really, really cool in the end. So I decided to go with some color schemes from the different sim, from the original build, and really go on that, and also try to mix in with a lot of neutral colors. So because we have this very, I wouldn't say bland, but it's very neutral grayish wooden flooring, I had a bit more of wiggle room to do what I wanted with the furniture, and add some color schemes that you could probably say was more like feminine or more masculine, and really try to mix those together. So we have some different styles here, for example, with the coffee tables, sofa tables, whatever you want to call them. I decided to put in 3 different tables that went really well together, but are totally completely different styles, because I was like, this is perfect. This is what it's all about for this build. For me, it's to make stuff that is so different go together with other stuff that it normally wouldn't, and I think it works well. So also with the bookcases here, you can see those are more neutral, modern looking, but we can throw in some more bohemian styled vibes in there. We did it with the dining room as well. We have some very modern pictures on the wall, styled with this more old school. I believe that one is from the Basement Kids. Don't quote me on that though, but just trying to mix different styles together with, each of the Sims so they could live here. But I also wanted to have a lot of colors. I wanted colors in here, and I wanted each section of the ground floor to be a section for itself, if that makes sense. So we have, for example, the TV room here, which is more neutral colored, but we have a pink couch, which is not something I would do, but a pink couch that is more, again, bohemian-ish, with this more in-your-face, modern, techno girl type of coffee table. I just think it turned out really good. I'm super happy with the overall look and feel of this household, and I would love to know what you guys feel about it in the comment section down below, because it's very difficult to do these rebuild houses with something so established like the BFF household. I haven't done or touched the goth mansion yet because it's so iconic, and I also kind of want to move the lot over to another lot. But how do you do that? I have already rebuilt the goth mansion once, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it that fits in with this whole new Willow Creek that I'm doing. Going into the bathrooms, we have a couple. So there's a toilet downstairs, but we have a dedicated bathroom off to the back here, and we also have a bathroom upstairs. I felt like it was very important that the bathrooms were as neutral looking as possible. So this stone, and with the just very blank white appliances, white sink, white toilet, all that was just the best way for me to go. So I felt like it was not somewhat more of one Sim's toilet over the others. So yeah, I decided and I'm just gonna say, I cannot remember the names of these Sims. There's just so many names over like 10, 11 years of content now with new names introduced all the damn time. So I'm just gonna call them the BFFs. So the male BFF, his room, I tried to take cues from the original build, but also revamping it a bit, making it more modern. So what he had this lamp that had a red glow to it. So I haven't actually changed that into the red glow, but I put in some different lamps, and the color scheme was more of the darker woods and bluish colors. So that's what we went for. I went in with the gaming equipment and also the violin and guitars. So that's that. Going into the other room, one of the rooms were all red with this more classic style to it, with a color scheme that I could not stand by. So I did actually go in and change it. So the only thing that we really kept from the OG build was the red color schemes and some of the furniture mismatching that we have going on in here. But I didn't want to go totally cray-cray with the color scheme. So we kept it more muted down and more classic looking, but threw in a lot of these different mismatched furniture that you would probably think wouldn't go together, but I actually really adore this room. I think it turned out really great. Again, I cannot remember what the names are, but I think it turned out great. The last room, and again, I just want to say the rooms, I tried to make them somewhat the same size. So this is a bit smaller than the other ones, but it's by no means a bad room. I actually think this is my favorite room because it's way laid down. It's so down to earth and cozy, and it's just, you can definitely tell what kind of person lives here. But the OG room was also this very bluish color scheme with, down to earth tones. So that's what I went for. I don't believe I did put a color on the wall. Oh yeah, I just did. So that's good. But it's a very muted color and it just fits in with the rest of the room. And then we have the landing area here. Honestly, I didn't really know what to do up here. So I went in, made it a little nook that you can read, and then we go into the screenshots. So this is the above shot so you can see the layout of the house. I really want to know what you guys think about this rebuild. So let's start a conversation down below. This build is available on the gallery right now, so you can go check it out if you want to. Just search my EA ID, which is Auvbri, just like the channel name. And while you're searching for stuff, why not go, selfish plug, it's a shameless plug, I'm gonna do it. Go check out my vlogging channel. There's a link to that in the description down below as well. I have a vlogging channel and I really want to hit 100 subscribers over there. So it would help me out a great big deal if you could go over and subscribe and maybe like some of the videos. Yeah, but going into the screenshots here, I think I really captured the vibes of the people living here. If you don't agree, let's have a conversation about it down below. But I think it turned out really, really good. And just the build from the exterior as well, for me, fits in so well with the whole rebuild of Willow Creek that I'm doing. Again, I have one build from Del Sol Valley that is yet to come out, but it will. But that's the last one from Del Sol. Then Del Sol is fully rebuilt, and once every single world is rebuilt, I will upload the save file for you guys. But yeah, I really love the way everything turned out. Every single room, I feel like they are unique to each of the sim. The communal spacing or spaces is just, I really adore it. So tell me what you thought about it in the comment section down below. And remember to leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see everybody next time for another one. So have a fantastic day. Bye.